The United States has announced a significant escalation in its involvement in the Ukraine war. The US will now allow nations to provide Kyiv with American-designed F16 fighter jets and help train their pilots. It's one of several measures announced at the G7 summit in Japan. Asia correspondent Brent O'Halloran joins us live now from Taipei. Brent, the Russian invasion of Ukraine has been a key focus of this meeting. What other measures have been announced?
Yes, the war has dominated discussions in Hiroshima. The US has confirmed its support for other nations sending their F-16 jets to Ukraine, as well as an additional $375 million in weapons. G7 members earlier announced their own additional sanctions on Russia, while Australia has added several more Russian companies to its list of sanctioned entities, including atomic energy and petroleum businesses. Japanese officials have confirmed that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky will attend the summit in person tomorrow. It follows an appearance at the Arab League summit in Saudi Arabia, where he was pretty frank with leaders.
If there are people here at the summit who have a different view on the war on our land, calling it a conflict, I'm sure that we can all be united in saving people from the cages of Russian prisons. Unfortunately, there are some in the world and here among you who turn a blind eye to those cages and illegal annexations. And I'm here so that everyone can take an honest look, no matter how hard the Russians try to influence. There must still be independence.
Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is, of course, there in Hiroshima. Australia is one of 8 guest nations for this year's summit. He's already met the South Korean leader and had a brief chat with Brazil's president, and it's understood he's soon to speak with the United Nations Secretary General. That meeting is thought to focus on Australia's commitment to UN programs, including those around clean energy. He'll later speak with the president of the European Commission. They will likely cover the EU-Australia free trade deal, which is in its final stages. The Prime Minister spoke about the importance of his trip and the focus of his trip yesterday.
Australia is deeply committed to a world without nuclear weapons. We know the consequences because we see them right here. And it's important that the world stand with Ukraine.
Gabriella, all Quad member nations are in Hiroshima, so it's thought they may have a bit of a get-together at some stage this weekend, given the Quad summit, which was due to be held in Australia, was cancelled. There's also been sizable protests, with demonstrators denouncing G7 members' commitment to nuclear weapons as they meet in a city which was once ravaged by an American atomic attack. There are also objections to the leaders' positions on China. Now, addressing China's increased military build-up and its threats towards Taiwan is another key item on the G7 agenda this weekend, Gab.